friends, my name is Maylin and welcome back to my channel. I'm a flutist, music teacher, and performer located in the city of Toronto, Canada, and this is my series where we learn how to play the flute from scratch. So thank you again for joining me here today. In this video, we'll be learning 3 different pieces in F major, so if you're interested, keep sticking around. Also, if you do have any issues when it comes to practicing, or you just feel really demotivated, or you're not sure you're getting everything you can from your practice sessions, be sure to check out my free practice guide located in the description down below that has 8 easy steps to help you get more productive practice sessions every single time you pick up your flute. And of course, if you have any questions, as usual, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. I look forward to reading any of your questions. So anyway, thank you so much, and let's just get right into it. As per usual, we'll be reading through my favorite book here, the Trevor Wise Beginner's Book for Flute, Part 1. For today, we're going to be starting on page 23, and we'll be looking at the piece called Sur Le Pont D'Avignon. Sorry, my French isn't too great. Alright, so I'm going to put it up right over here. So this is a really nice, cute little short piece. It is a French folk song, so it should be really, really fun to play. Just as a reminder, be sure to take a look at the tempo marking, and in this case it is allegretto, and allegretto is just a little bit slower than allegro, which is quickly, so just a little bit slower than quickly. If you take a look here, as a reminder, of course, we have our time signature, which is 2/4, of course, which means 2 quarter notes per measure, and as you can see, we have the B flat all throughout the piece, which means it is an F major. Alright, so we're going to do our normal clap and count, and don't forget to notice that this is also repeated, so we see the repeats at the beginning and the ends there, and then also that all the 8th notes are staccato, so remember they are detached, not necessarily too short. Alright, so I'm going to count us in, and we're going to do the clap and count together. So 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Alright, very good. So now I'm going to play it for you so you can get it in your ear. And of course, at this time, you can also write in any of the notes if you have, any of the note names, excuse me, if you have any issues with reading them. So I'm going to be playing it at the concert tempo. 1 and 2 and amazing. Yeah, so that one's a short little quick piece, and of course if you were to play that on your own, make sure you do the repeat as well. And when you repeat, you can always do something different with the dynamics. So if you didn't do too much in the first time that you played it, then you can experiment with making it softer in certain places, making it a little bit louder in other places. Just have fun with it. Alright, so that was pretty quick and easy. So now we're going to flip the page to page 24, and we're actually going to be taking a look at finger exercise. So Mr. Y actually has a little point of advice here, right above the finger exercise. So I'm actually going to put it up and read it for you right over here. So scales are a series of notes which ascend and descend in ladder-like steps. They are important to the development of finger movements. Practice the exercises carefully and those that follow in the book. So as you know, I'm not going through every single exercise in this book. I am taking select exercises and working through them in these videos. So if you do have any questions, or if you do want to get some more detailed work when it comes to some of the other exercises in this book, please let me know. I would be happy to make some more videos on them, or I'd also be happy to do some online lessons as well, which you can check out at www.maylinjenkins.com. Okay, so finger exercise. I'm going to put it up right over here. So very similar in length to the other piece that we just learned, the Sur Le Pont d'Avignon. So we have it in one line. It is repeated. Instead of it being in 2/4, it's in 4/4 again, 4 quarter notes per measure. And here we have lots and lots of 8th notes. Essentially, you just have 4 bars, 2 bars repeated. So I'm going to do the clap and count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Yeah, So that would be as fast as I would take this. I would definitely start off a little bit slower. So I'm going to play it for you two ways. So first, I'm going to start with the slower speed. So how you'd want to start practicing it. And then I'm also going to finish with the faster tempo. So maybe something you'd want to finish off with when you're done practicing this piece. So I'm going to start off with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So that's how I would start off. Even if you feel a little bit more uncomfortable, you could even start even slower. So maybe 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and whatever you feel most comfortable with by playing through it without making a lot of mistakes. All right, and now I'm going to play it how I would if I were practicing this over a week or two. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And don't forget to take your time. If you feel like you are having some issues with some of the notes, always make sure to break it down really into small increments. So maybe work between just 2 notes. So maybe F and G or C and A, and then slowly expand as you get more comfortable with that. Another tactic that you can use, as I've mentioned before, is to incorporate a metronome. So start off with a slow tempo, maybe a quarter note equals 50 beats per minute. So you can use Google and just Google metronome, and you should be able to get a free metronome that way. Start off again at the slower tempo, and then as you get more comfortable with the slower tempo, move the click up maybe 2 or 4, so move it up. So if you're starting at 50, you can then move it up to 52 or 54, and slowly move it up until you get to the point where you feel that it is as fast as you want it to be. Alright, and then the third piece is actually, I'm going back to page 23. I'm going to finish on the Cuckoo. So this is another duet, and this one you can actually play with yourself with both parts, so both the first part and the second part. In this piece, Mr. Y introduces a new marking, and it's the accent. So I'm going to put it up what he writes right over here. So this is right above the Cuckoo. So you can take a look at the accent. It kind of looks like this. So this is an accent. The note over or under which it is placed is attacked strongly with the breath and tongue. So this is something I normally mostly focus on with breath. The tongue very slight because you don't want it to be too aggressive. So for example, if I were to play, I'm just going to play a few regular C's. And then if I were to play it with an accent like this, it would be more like this. So what is happening is I'm using a little bit more breath support, so more ha, ha, and then I'm keeping the tongue the same because, again, I don't really like having a very aggressive tongue at the beginning of the note just because it has a tendency to crack. But experiment with what would work best for you. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at the tempo indication. So here is allegro, meaning quickly. Also, we have the time signature is 3/4, so again 3/4 notes per measure. And also, again, you take a look, we have the B flat, and that means we are in F major. Alright, so as per usual, we're going to be doing our clap and count. I will not be doing any of the repeats, but of course when you play it, you should be doing the repeats. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest, 1, 2, rest, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest, 1, 2, rest, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so if you feel like that's a little bit too fast, as always, what you can do is go down into the settings and slow me down just a little bit and repeat the section a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to play you the Pupil 1 part now, and I'm going to be playing it with the repeats, just so you can get it in your ear. I'll also be playing it at the same tempo that I clapped it, of course, but again, when you're feeling more comfortable, you can always quicken it up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I really love this piece. I think it's so cute. All right, and now we are going to be doing the exact same thing with the second part. And this time I'm actually not going to be doing the clapping just because the rhythm is exactly the same as the first part. The notes just change. So I'm just going to play the second part for you. I will also be doing it at the same speed, and I will also be playing the repeat as well. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so actually I noticed just at the end there's only one change between the part 1 and part 2, and that would be in the second line, 1, 2, 3, the last 4 bars. So what's happening is instead of playing on beat 1, you're actually going to be playing on beat 2. So we have 1, 2, da. You'll hear a nice little echo, da, 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 da. It's really cute. I really love this piece. All right, so that's going to be it for today. If you have any questions as per usual, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are having some trouble with your practice sessions, and if you need a little bit of help, feel free to check out my free practice guide, also located, of course, in the description. And if you are interested in getting some online lessons in during this quarantine time, feel free to check me out at www.maylinjenkins.com. I still have some space when it comes to my online lessons. In the next video, we'll be learning about F sharp and how to play in G major. So thank you so much for joining me here today, and happy fluting!